The European Union is telling Apple and Meta to pay up after watchdogs hit the tech giants with hundreds of millions of dollars in new fines. The European Commission claims Apple and Meta breached what's called the Digital Markets Act. So Matt Binder, a reporter from Mashable, joining us live now with more on this. Thanks so much for being here. Question for you. So Meta is kind of calling this a penalty, like a tariff. What do they mean by that?
Yeah, sure. So thanks for having me. I think the reason why Meta is calling this a tariff is because they know that this is sort of the buzzword right now that the broader American public are familiar with, and they have a negative sentiment towards tariffs. So they're hoping that the public looks at this in that same negative way as well. The EU is putting a tariff on an American company, Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, these services that you enjoy. But in reality, Meta is basically being fined for breaking EU law. The EU passed this array of regulatory rules over the past couple of years, one of them being the Digital Markets Act. And this is basically meant to spur competition. And they've announced that basically some of these big tech companies run what is called gatekeeping platforms. These platforms that essentially other companies have to sort of build upon because these big tech companies have built like the platform in that area. So in order to, make sure that competition is fair, even in those circumstances, there are some rules and regulations that these companies must abide by. In this case, Meta is being fined for essentially saying to users in the EU that you either have to give us your data or you have to pay a fee to use a version of Facebook that does not take your data, but also doesn't show you ads, because of course they take your data in order to serve you advertising. The EU says this isn't right, that users shouldn't be forced to give over this data or have to pay. And this is the fine they've levied on Facebook for breaking those regulations in the EU.
Good explanation there. Okay, let's talk about Tesla. So yesterday, its earnings report fell short of expectations, but then if you take a look today, the stock actually climbed. So what are you hearing from investors?
So basically, I think a lot of people are, there's this phrase that's really taken off over the past couple of years among especially young investors, that you buy the dip. And a lot of people are viewing this as sort of just a temporary blip in the longer, game for Tesla. Tesla is the EV car company in the US, and with EVs continuing to grow across the world, investors think that, Tesla will, this is the dip, buy low and then right now. And then, in a couple of months, maybe a year or two down the line, Tesla will once again regain its glory. Musk might be out of the spotlight. Tesla has all these things that Musk has promised in the pipeline coming down the pike. And they're hoping that, they're buying at a low point, which will bring them a much greater reward down the line. Other people don't think that's the case. Tesla admitted in their filings with the SEC just this quarter that those protests against Tesla because of Elon Musk and his connection to President Donald Trump and the administration via Doge has really been hurting the company. And that's one of the risks that they've claimed in their filings to the SEC. It remains to be seen whether this is a temporary blip or has Elon Musk sort of tainted the good name of Tesla from now on.
All right, we'll keep watch. So will you. Matt Binder with Mashable. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.